Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Gyaan podcast, where we bring you actionable insights and the latest trends from industry leaders. Today, we are exploring one of the hottest questions in digital marketing and customer experience. That is, how do you scale with AI without losing the human touch? Our guest for today is Jason Friedman, the founder of Radical INC, a visionary in customer experience design. Jason has spent his career helping businesses create meaningful, engaging, and scalable customer journeys. From his entrepreneurial ventures to advising Fortune 100 companies, Jason's expertise lies in blending innovation with human connection. Hi, Jason. A warm welcome on our podcast.
Hey Prince, how are you, buddy?
Okay. Doing good and happy to have you again on our show.
Yeah, it's great to be back. It's great to be back. It's been a little bit.
Okay. So, to start again our conversation, can you help the audience know a bit about yourself, about your love for customer experience, and how that came into your journey?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for the question. My background, I was a theater person, so I traveled the world working with rock and roll groups. So groups like Peter Gabriel, Rush, Fleetwood Mac, and then I did some more formal theater shows like Les Mis, Jesus Christ Superstar, Man of La Mancha, Fiddler on the Roof, things like that. And going through that experience, watching how an audience is captivated by a show, it's an experience. They forget about all the problems in their world. They forget about what they were doing before they got into the venue, and then they get so connected to the story that's happening that they jump, they clap, they sing, they dance, they're in the moment. And so over the years doing that, I learned how to use the tools and the techniques and the methodologies that we use in theater and apply it to business. And so I've worked with, like you said, like Fortune 100s, Fortune 1000s, small businesses, large businesses, everywhere in between, and helping them understand how to utilize these methodologies, these ideas, these things about that we learn in theater and how they bring them into their business to help create a better experience for their customers, better results for their customers, and grow and scale their business and be more profitable.
So, with the emergence of AI, there has been a lot of change, and that I would say AI have impacted all the major sectors, whether it might be into the technicals or might be even into the non-technical things out there. So,
Yep.
if we talk about customer experience, so why do you think it is more important than ever to rethink this customer experience in this age of AI?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, what's funny? So I've been doing this. You're gonna see how old I am, right? So I've been doing this for over 30 years. And when I first started working with businesses on their customer experience, I used to say to them, it's more important today than ever before to really understand your customer and the experience they're having. Like, make it better for them, remove obstacles, remove friction, what have you. But it was always about, it's more important today. And here I am 30 years later saying exactly the same thing. It's more important today than ever before. The businesses that focus on that are winning. And here's the thing, AI, technology, the internet, even like when we were in COVID, people were like starving for human connection, for community, for experience, for being seen, for being heard, for being understood. And what we seem to lose in business today is like people become just, they're on the list, they're a number, they're a transaction. And AI has actually helped the world become even more transactional, actually, less relational. And so I think now people are looking for human connection. They're looking for experiences. They're looking for ways to feel like they fit in and they're part of something. And so the businesses, whether they're online or offline or in between, especially digital marketers, like now is the opportunity to build community, to focus on how do we make people feel through the interactions with us. Because if we continue to treat them like a transaction and just another sale, just another person on our list, you're going to lose in the long run. AI has made it absolutely so easy for anybody to set up a business, set up a website, set up a funnel, send out a bunch of emails. You can do all that in minutes. People can take all of your content, everything that you teach, and have an AI tool generate it better. Like if you put your own content in AI, it creates better versions than you even do yourself, right? So like if that's the truth, then what is the thing that's going to separate people who win versus people who lose? Because anybody can generate it. And I believe with everything I know and everything I've seen, that the experience and the culture that you build with your customers, that's going to be the thing that helps you win.
Definitely, you have said the right thing. And while having a conversation with one of our other guests out there, when they mentioned the same thing that in this era of AI, now creating content, producing a lot of content is the ease. Everyone is producing that. But the way we can give a human touch out there, have a personalized is something that will be taking us to the next level. And that is what, is the need of the hour.
Yeah, we need to use AI to help enable relationships, not to enable more transactions, right? And so, like, putting out more content that's AI generated, whatever, or overwhelming people, right? What we need to use, like, so I believe that AI, if it can make things simpler, if it can make things smoother, if it can reduce time to value, yes. Yes, but if it's about removing and adding distance to the relationship, removing the closeness of relationship, I think it's going to hurt you in the long run.
Definitely. So since you have been working into customer experience, working into the customer engagement side of that, what do you think is the biggest opportunity that AI can bring into this segment?
Yeah, that's another great question. I mean, I see lots of opportunities, right? Like, first of all, like one of the things that we teach people in our program, so we have a program called the Kinetic Customer Formula. And in that program, we help people really understand their journey that their customers are on. And so what I like people to do is to adopt what I call journey-based thinking. I want you to think, so people move in stories, not in steps. Let that sink in for a second. Like people move based on the stories they have in their head. So if they're taking action, it's because they believe that it's the right thing to do. If they don't believe it's the right thing to do, they're not going to take action. And so our journey has to help them not only get results, but it has to help them with the stories in their head. We have to shift beliefs as people are going through our journey, whether it be through like a funnel or through a website or through a coaching program or a course or whatever it happens to be. And so as we start to think about that customer journey, we have to do it through their lens, through their eyes. So what we have been able to do with AI, and we have a couple AI tools that we've created where it helps you see the journey better from all the different avatar perspectives. And so like that's a way that like I think like companies can use AI to like embody a role of your customer. So like if you could get really clear on who your avatar is and what their challenges are, what their wants are, what their needs are, what things are like the obstacles standing in their way. If you can actually get that clear, then you can use AI to help you model through like what are the friction points that they're going to get in their journey? Where are they going to get stuck? Where are they going to get confused or overwhelmed? And so by understanding that, we can start to make the process that our clients go through more powerful, more friction-free, more smooth. And that's like, I think, a really good opportunity. So like if we can automate certain things, take friction out of the way or make it less difficult for our clients, that's an amazing use of the technology. Where I see it go wrong, like I said earlier, is like we use it to create more content or more information. And like it's overwhelming people, right? Like when we were, there's Cliff's Notes for a book that summarize the book. That's because we want the easy button, the shortest path. And right now, I think people are so excited about integrating AI in different ways. We're making it more complex than it needs to be.
Got it. Very informative. Well, that have given.
Yeah.
Now, what are the aspects or, which aspects of customer experience do you think are best suited for this automation? Means, what are the different areas in customer experience you think, AI can be more incorporated so that all these automation tasks can be planned accordingly?
Yeah, that's another good question. So like I believe that people for people to feel like they're in momentum, that they're moving forward towards a goal, towards a result, towards a positive future, they have to be in momentum. But for that to happen, they have to see where they are along their journey. And so one of the things that AI can do is it can help people, it can help us keep people informed of their progress. And so when we can use it to kind of like automate based on behaviors that they've done, to give them feedback, to support them, to give them recognition of what they've achieved. Because a lot of times as people go through an experience, especially for entrepreneurial people, we're so focused on where we're going, we forget where we've been. And so we don't see how much progress we've made. And so one of the most motivating things to help people get results is to really be mindful of the wins they're achieving, of the progress they're making. And so we found ways to integrate AI that really helps people keep moving and celebrate their wins, recognize their achievements, and then use that information like in their mind. It motivates them to take more action, to go further, to go faster, and then even to tell other people about their experience. And so we use it to help remind people, to create moments for people that are memorable.
Got it. And definitely, like there are other places also like where we can use our AI out there for the automations. But then there are a flip side of it. You know that everywhere automation cannot be implemented, and that is where human touch is required. So what are the
Yeah.
areas where you think that should never be automated and where human touch cannot be replaced?
Yeah. I mean, I think that depends on the business, for all of us. I I believe in building relationships. And so wherever I can help automate more interaction, like more human interaction, I think AI should be. If AI is taking away from the opportunity to interact with your customers or interact with your audience and build relationship, I think it's a bad use. If it's something that's facilitating better information or facilitating helping people get a result faster, I think it's a good use. And so I think we really just need to look at and ask the question, like, is this creating more of a relationship and helping people, or is it actually separating us and pulling us apart and making it more automated? And I think like really using that, and I think it's that simple, right? I think it's really looking at it that way. So like I've seen people use it as a way to answer all their phone calls, and that's fine to some extent. But if it's replacing all the human interaction, I get that you might have a lot of call volume, but sometimes a customer support representative, person to person, can actually build a deeper relationship. It can solve more problems than it just being automated. However, if you have people that need help in the middle of the night and you don't have staff that can be there, having AI tools that can help get them a solution is valuable, right? So I think it's like looking at the individual situations and really asking that question. Is this AI helping bring the customer closer to us and make them more grateful for the experience, or is it creating more distance? And I think if you answer that question properly, then you'll have the decision for your business as to what makes the most sense for integration of AI in that journey.
Got it. No, and this is also like what we have been seeing upon that, when we go for, like, let's say, when if you are going for any software out there, if you are going for any support out there, most of them have implemented AI in order to reply our queries out there. But then there are several areas where only a human touch is required. Like a human can only reply that, okay, in this condition, what should be done upon? Because
Exactly.
AI generally looks upon the data that's already available within the database and then it responds accordingly. But then a human can touch and then have that decision making that, okay, what should be the condition, and that is what we have been seeing upon that. Whenever we interact with a lot of these AI bots out there, they are not able to give the best solutions out there. So definitely it is required that there should be a mix of both.
Well, let me give you an example, right? So there's a software company that we work with. I'm not going to name them right now, but they've done a great job. So what they've done is if you need support, they have a way that you can like click a button and then you automatically end up in a Zoom room.
Okay.
And then they have a person in that Zoom room that greets you and invites you in there. And then they assign you to a breakout room with an agent, and you are one-on-one getting support for your software instance, like right in that moment. That's fantastic. That's so much better than me typing back and forth with a bot 100 times, right? They've actually scaled customer service and support in a way that feels better. It makes me want to work with them more because I know that if there's a problem, I can just jump on a Zoom, I can have a conversation, they'll get me an issue resolved, and there's been one or two times where I've had to escalate it, they've had to escalate it, and they immediately say to me, okay, great, we're gonna end the Zoom, I'm gonna escalate this, and they're gonna reach back out to you. And within 5-10 minutes, they reached back out to me and we resolved the issue. Now that's a whole lot better than me spending 45 minutes going back and forth with an AI bot. Then it doesn't do it, and then it says, okay, we're gonna open a ticket and someone will get back to you. And then 2 days later, someone gets back to me and they don't have all the information, and now the issue's still not solved, right? So they found a way to scale the unscalable. But that makes me wanna be a customer for them and tell other people about it. So now, when anybody asks me about their software, I'm like, oh my gosh, they are amazing. You should get their, like, you should buy their product. It's amazing. The support is fantastic, right? And I haven't even needed support all that often, but the few times I did, the fact that there was that human right there, ready, willing, and able to help me, I'm a customer for life. I'm a customer for life. Yeah, it's a powerful way to think about it.
Definitely. Okay, so like you have given the advantage of automation and also the flip side of it. But for businesses who want to have balance between both of them, then what is the advice that will be giving upon so that how they can create a balance between these two verticals so that they get the best from their work?
Yeah, I would say I would use like automation in ways to enable tasks that are like I would say frustrating or complicated. Like if I can use something that'll automate something that's simple. Like so, for example, we automate reminders for people all the time. Like so, if we have a call coming up or a meeting, whatever, I have automations that'll remind them and send them information and allow them to ask a question or whatever all the time because that's fast. It helps people get a quick result. However, I don't automate our service and support yet. Like I have a way to get into a queue with automation, but we have people. We have humans that interact with them because when there's a problem, I see when there's a problem, when someone gets stuck, when they need help, I see that as an opportunity to build a deeper relationship. When you help people find a solution to a problem that's been bothering them, they are grateful. It builds a deeper relationship. So I want my people, I look at that as a sales function, not a support function, right? It's an opportunity to sell them on a deeper relationship and wanting to stay engaged. So for me, I would say like if it's an opportunity to really sell somebody on a deeper connection or a deeper value of the relationship, put a human there. And if it's just to try and get something solved quickly and easily, that's simplistic, automate it. Like that's my simple perspective of it. I just think like pay attention to that customer journey. Like look at the experience that your customers are having. Try and make it as smooth and as simple as you can for them. I think one of the biggest challenges we have today is our focus on bringing in new customers and the fact that we don't pay attention to the customers that already bought from us. And so I have a book coming out soon, Prince, called Addicted to Strangers, because I think most of us are so focused on bringing strangers into our business, we forget about the people that already said yes to us. So I'd love to offer your audience a free copy. It's coming out soon. If they go to strangers.radicalinc.com, they could get a free copy as soon as it's out. It's just a wait list right now, but it should be out in just a couple weeks. And I'd love to have them have that because I think it'll answer a bunch of these questions on a deeper level and then even more. All right. Thanks, Prince.